When you sleep, you think your brain is resting, but it's not. It's busy. It listens. It remembers. It works quietly, like a librarian organizing books in the dark. And if you listen to something while sleeping, something gentle, something clear, your brain can keep it. Maybe not like daytime learning, but still, it learns. I remember the first time I tried it. I put on a simple English story and closed my eyes. I didn't understand every word, but I felt something new. The words stayed with me, like whispers in my mind when I woke up. That night, something changed. I woke up and remembered one sentence, just one. But it was clear. It was mine. I spoke it out loud, and that small moment gave me big hope. That's when I started reading about sleep and the brain, and I found out it's real. Your brain never truly sleeps. It dreams. It listens. It files ideas into quiet corners of your memory. Not everything, of course, but the right things, the calm things, the things your heart wants to keep. Scientists call it passive learning. You don't try. You just let the words float. If the words are too loud, your brain pushes them away. If they are too fast, your brain gets tired. But if the words are soft, simple, and slow, your brain accepts them, like water soaking into the ground. That's why sleep learning must be done gently, like watering a flower, not throwing a storm. When I started doing this regularly, I noticed more changes, not big at once, but soft changes, like a sunrise. I could remember common words faster. I could say, hello, thank you, I'm learning. I didn't study them on paper. I heard them at night. My mind was learning without fear. No teacher, no pressure, no test. Just me, my pillow, and English playing softly in the dark. And it worked better when I felt safe, warm, and ready to sleep, not when I forced it. Many learners think they must study hard all day. But what if your brain learns best when you're not trying so hard? What if the secret is peace, not pressure? Think about it. During the day, your mind is full of stress, but at night, it's soft like clay. That's why it's important what you listen to before and during sleep. Words shape your thoughts, and thoughts shape your future. So choose words that calm you, words that build you, words that give you courage. I know you want to learn English, and maybe you're tired, maybe you're busy, maybe you feel stuck. But what if I told you that your pillow could become your teacher? Your sleep could become your practice. It sounds strange, but it's true. And I will show you how. Because when your brain never sleeps, your English doesn't have to either. Chapter 2. What should you listen to? At night, your brain becomes quiet, but not empty. It still listens. It still feels. That's why you must be careful. Not everything helps. Some things only make your sleep worse. But some things can plant seeds in your mind. Seeds of English. Seeds of peace. I remember when I listened to fast podcasts before sleeping. I thought I was learning. But I woke up tired. My dreams were strange. I felt more confused. That's when I learned. Your brain needs peace to learn, not noise. So, what should you listen to? The best sounds are soft and slow. English that feels like a whisper, not a shout. Stories that speak clearly with short words. Affirmations like, I can learn. I speak English. I grow every day. These words go deep. Your mind hears them again and again. And slowly, your heart starts to believe them too. I started using a short story with slow sentences. The story was about a girl who wanted to travel. She packed a bag. She went to the train station. The sentences were easy. The voice was calm. I fell asleep quickly. And in the morning, I remembered her name. That felt like magic. Music can also help, but not all music. Some songs are too fast. Some have difficult words. Some make you think too much. Instead, try soft instrumental music or English lullabies. Words should be clear but not sharp. They should flow like water, not crash like waves. Some nights I listen to English affirmations with piano in the background. It feels like a warm blanket. The words enter slowly, with love. Repetition is also powerful. If you hear the same simple sentences every night, your brain starts to accept them. It's like hearing a kind friend say the same helpful thing each time you sleep. You can speak. English is your friend. You are improving. These sentences are small, but they can change how you think about yourself. I remember one line. English lives in me. I heard it for 7 nights. On the 8th morning, I said it out loud. I smiled. It felt true, but it's not just about the words, it's also about the voice. The voice must feel kind, not too loud, not too robotic. It should feel human, gentle. A voice that cares. Because your sleeping brain doesn't need speed. It needs safety. So choose voices that sound warm. Voices that help you relax. Don't use voices that rush or confuse. Learning should feel soft, not sharp. You also need the right length. Don't listen for hours and hours. 1 hour is enough. Sometimes just 30 minutes. Your brain needs rest too. Sleep is not for working hard. It's for healing, growing, and receiving. If you give your brain soft English at bedtime, it accepts it like a gift. But if you give too much, it turns away. So choose short, sweet audio. Make it your nightly gift to yourself. Before you sleep tonight, choose one soft story or one list of affirmations. Press play, close your eyes, breathe slowly. Let your body relax. Let your brain listen without fear. Tomorrow, something small will stay. A word, a sound, a feeling. That's how sleep learning begins. Not with pressure, but with peace. Chapter 3. What you should avoid completely. Occasionally, the issue is not that which you do not hear, but the concern lies in those which you actually hear. Not everything that you hear at night is acceptable. Certain things do more harm to your sleep instead of being good for it. Some things confuse your mind. In the beginning, I made this mistake. I thought all English was good for sleep. I played fast lessons, loud music, even motivational speeches. I thought more was better. I was wrong. I woke up feeling heavy. My head hurt. My dreams were noisy and strange. I didn't feel stronger. I felt lost. I didn't remember anything useful. I only felt tired. If you want to learn English while sleeping, you must protect your mind. That means staying away from things that stress you. Stay away from news. Stay away from scary stories. Stay away from fast podcasts with hard words. Your sleeping brain is not the same as your daytime brain. It is softer. It is open. If you give it hard things, it closes. It hides. You wake up feeling worse, not better. Also avoid voices that sound cold. Some AI voices are too fast, too sharp. They don't feel human. If you listen to these voices for hours, your brain gets tired. You may not understand why you feel bad in the morning, but it's the voice. It matters more than you think. Choose warm voices, slow voices, voices that make you feel safe. If a voice sounds angry, don't use it. If it sounds like a machine, don't use it. Your brain wants to feel calm, not judged. Be careful with motivational speeches. Many learners love them. But some are too strong, too loud, too full of pressure. They tell you to work harder, do more, never stop. That may be good in the morning, but not at night. At night, you need peace, not fire. You need rest, not noise. Save those strong voices for the day. Sleep learning is not about pushing. It is about receiving, like soft rain falling on a quiet lake. Music can also be dangerous if it is the wrong kind. Avoid songs with fast beats or sad lyrics. They can affect your dreams. They can make your mind busy when it should be resting. Even if the words are in English, they may not help you. You don't need noise. You need flow. You need soft music. You need words that float like a feather, not hit like a hammer. And don't make the mistake of learning difficult grammar during sleep. Your mind is not ready to solve problems at night. It is ready to absorb feelings, rhythms, emotions, and simple language. If you play complicated lessons, your brain will turn away, and you will feel like you failed. But it's not your fault. It's the wrong method. So don't use it. Here is a small rule. If the audio makes you feel tired, nervous, or confused, even just a little, it's the wrong one. Stop it. Find something simpler, kinder, softer. Trust your feeling. Sleep learning must feel light. If it feels heavy, it will not work. One night I listened to a long grammar video. It had so many rules, so many big words. I thought it would make me smarter. But in the morning, I was dizzy. I couldn't remember anything. That night taught me something big. Sleep is not for fighting. It's for flowing. So I stopped using hard lessons. I started using soft stories, kind words, and calming voices. My sleep became better. My learning became stronger. Let your night be your healing time. Don't fill it with stress. Let your ears hear peace. Let your heart feel calm. That is the secret. And now you know what to avoid. Chapter 4. The Philosophy of Letting Go. One night I tried but could not sleep. My mind was full. I had so many thoughts. Did I study enough? Will I ever speak fluently? Why do I keep forgetting words? I closed my eyes, but they kept coming back. These questions felt heavy. My head was tired, my heart was tired. So I sat up and asked myself a new question. What if I stop holding everything so tight? What if I just let go? That night, I listened to something different. A voice was reading from an old philosophy called Taoism. It's a way of thinking from ancient China. It teaches one thing: flow. The Tao, or the way, is not something you control. It is something you follow. It is like water. Water doesn't fight. It moves around rocks. It moves quietly. And it still reaches the ocean. When I heard that, I felt my shoulders relax. I was trying too hard. I was pushing too much. Taoism told me, stop fighting. Start trusting. In Taoism, there is a word, Wu Wei. It means effortless action, not doing nothing, but doing what fits the moment. You don't force the flower to grow. You water it. You wait. You trust the sun. That is Wu Wei, and that is how you should learn English too. Sleep learning is not about control. It is about quiet trust. You press play. You close your eyes. You let the English flow like a river through your mind. No fear, no pressure, just flow. Taoism also teaches about balance. It says life is made of opposites: light and dark, strong and soft, fast and slow. You need both. So at night, give your brain the opposite of your day. If your day is busy, make your night calm. If your day is full of speaking, let your night be full of listening. That balance helps you grow. Just like the moon and sun take turns in the sky. That night, I listened to one simple story in English. The story was slow. It had silence between sentences. It felt like waves. I didn't try to understand everything. I didn't take notes. I didn't worry. I just listened. And for the first time, I felt free. Not because I was perfect, but because I didn't need to be. Taoism helped me see that letting go is not giving up. It is giving space, and that space is where learning can grow. There's another story I love. A farmer's horse ran away. People said, "That's bad." He said, "Maybe." Then the horse returned with 3 wild horses. People said, "That's good." He said, "Maybe." Then his son broke his leg riding one. Bad? Maybe. Then the army came, but didn't take his son. Good? Maybe. This story teaches us, don't judge too fast. Let life flow. What feels like a mistake today may be a gift tomorrow. It's the same with English. Maybe you forget a word. Maybe you fail a test. Maybe that's not bad, but maybe it is part of the way. Now each night, I try to remind myself, I don't need to be fluent and perfect. I don't need to control everything more. I just need to show up, press play, breathe, sleep, let the English flow in, let it stay gently. Taoism showed me that soft is strong, quiet is powerful, and letting go is not losing, it is trusting. So tonight, don't hold your thoughts too tight. Don't fight your mistakes. Don't chase every word. Just let go. Trust the flow. And your English will flow with it. Chapter 5. Marcus Aurelius and the Quiet Mind. There is a time to let go, and there is a time to look within. That night, after learning to flow like water, I wanted to go deeper. I wanted to know how to calm my busy mind. I searched for answers and found a name: Marcus Aurelius. He was a Roman emperor, but also a thinker, a quiet one. He wrote his thoughts in a journal, not for others, but for himself. And now, centuries later, we can read those thoughts too. They are soft, but powerful. They don't shout. They whisper, just like the voice in your head when you lie awake in the dark. Marcus believed that peace doesn't come from the world, it comes from your own thoughts. He said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When I heard this sentence, it stayed with me. I was always trying to fix the outside, my grammar, my accent, my speed, but I forgot to care for my mind, my fears, my pressure, my doubts. Marcus showed me that true learning begins inside. He taught about something called Stoicism. It's a simple way of living. It teaches you to accept what you cannot change, and to work gently on what you can. When you sleep, your brain is still thinking, but you can guide those thoughts. You can choose what they hear. You can feed your mind good ideas, strong, kind, peaceful thoughts. That is why I started listening to Stoic wisdom before going to bed. Sentences like, "Things are not disturbing you, but by your opinion of them." Or, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is false, do not say it." These ideas are more than words. They are anchors. They keep you steady when your mind wants to run. At night, your thoughts are like birds. They fly everywhere, but these calm phrases bring them home. I remember one night I tried but couldn't sleep. I felt worried. I felt slow in English. I felt like giving up. Then I played a sleep track with Marcus's words. The voice said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." And I asked myself, what color are my thoughts tonight? Were they dark? Were they heavy? I wanted to paint them soft and kind. So I repeated one sentence in my head. I am learning. I am growing. Again and again, until I fell asleep. Stoicism also teaches us not to fear failure. Marcus said, "Just that you do the right thing. The rest doesn't matter." That helped me, because I made many mistakes in English. I still do. But if I try with honesty, that is enough. My best is enough. Your best is enough. You don't need to win. You don't need to impress. You just need to stay steady. Do your part. Let life do the rest. Some nights, I fall asleep faster just by thinking of one idea from Marcus. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. It's not scary. It's freeing. It means don't waste time on fear. Don't waste time on fake thoughts. Live now. Speak now. Learn now. Sleep now. Let go of pressure. Hold on to peace. Marcus didn't speak English. He didn't know sleep learning. But his thoughts are perfect for it. Because they calm you. They guide you. They teach you that the strongest person is not loud, but quiet. Not perfect, but honest. Not fast, but steady. This is the kind of mind that learns best, day or night. So before you sleep, feed your mind gentle power. Remind yourself, I control my thoughts. I can choose peace. I can rest now. I am learning. I am not behind. I am right where I need to be. Chapter 6. The Art of Imperfection. I used to think everything had to be perfect. My accent, my grammar, my spelling. I believed mistakes were shameful. I believed I had to hide them. So I tried harder. I practiced more. I corrected every little thing. But something strange happened. The more I tried to chase the perfection, the more I felt stuck. I wasn't enjoying English anymore. I was afraid to speak. I was afraid to be wrong. I forgot the joy of learning. Then I found something that changed everything. A word. Wabi-sabi. Wabi-sabi is a Japanese way of viewing the world, or a technique that comes from there. Imperfection is beauty, which means that even if you are not perfect, you can stay special. You don't need to be beautiful to be honest. But in Japan, they are used to fixing the cracked bowls with gold. The cracks are not hidden. They are shown. They are celebrated. Because they tell a story. When I heard that, I cried. I thought of my broken English, my slow words, my little mistakes. And for the first time, I didn't feel ashamed. I felt proud. My English was not broken. It was in progress. And that was enough. So I started to sleep with this idea. I found stories that weren't perfect, voices that made small pauses, sentences that were simple and soft. I didn't listen to big speeches. I listened to real voices, human ones. And it helped. I stopped feeling pressure. I started feeling peace. I told myself, it's okay to speak slowly. It's okay to forget a word. I am learning. That is enough. Perfection is somewhat analogous to a wall because it halts the development. On the other hand, imperfection is like a window, which brings the light inside. It is thus that wabi-sabi becomes so overwhelming. It is not only the thought, but also the emotion. When you embrace your imperfections, you will do everything better. You learn better. You live better. This is the mystery. Now I listen to bedtime stories in English that feel gentle. They don't teach rules. They tell feelings. They speak from the heart. They don't correct every error. They invite you in. You start to enjoy English like music. You stop counting mistakes. You start listening with love. That is wabi-sabi. One night, I played a track that said, "You are enough. Even now, even here. You are learning. You are growing." I cried again. Not because I was sad, but because I finally believed it. I believed that my English didn't have to be perfect to be beautiful. It just had to be mine. So tonight, if you feel like your English is broken, remember the gold. Remember the cracks. Remember the story inside the mistake. It's not a problem. It's your progress. It means you are trying. It means you are alive. It means you are human. And that's what makes it beautiful. Let your sleep be soft. Let your thoughts be kind. Let your words be imperfect. Because in those little cracks, your true self shines. Chapter 7. What happens in the brain while you sleep. Close your eyes for a while. Imagine your brain like a soft field under the night sky. While you sleep, that field is not empty. It's growing something. Slowly, quietly, without noise. Your brain is working even when you are not. It's organizing memories, fixing emotions, and choosing what to keep. That's the secret of sleep. It's not just rest. It's repair. It's learning. And the way your brain does this is magical. There are different parts of sleep: light sleep, deep sleep, dream sleep. And each part does something special. In the early part, your brain starts to relax. It stops listening to the outside world so closely, but not completely. If the words are soft and safe, they still enter, not like a test, more like music in the background. You may not notice, but your brain does. It hears the rhythm, the patterns, the sounds of English, and it keeps them. In deep sleep, the brain becomes very calm. It's like cleaning time. All the extra thoughts go away. The brain keeps only what matters. That's why what you listen to must be gentle. If you play something loud or stressful, your brain will block it. But if the English is soft, calm, and repetitive, the brain may save it. Like a quiet note on a notebook you didn't know you were writing. Then comes the dream part. Scientists call it REM sleep. Your eyes move behind your eyelids. You may not know it, but your brain is active. It plays with the ideas you heard earlier. It tries to connect them. That's why sometimes you dream in English, or remember a new word in the morning. It's not magic. It's your brain practicing quietly. And that is why sleep learning can work, if you do it gently, with love. I remember one night I listened to a story about a boy and his dog. It was a simple bedtime tale. The boy walked to the park. He spoke to his dog in short English sentences. I fell asleep halfway, but when I woke up, I remembered 2 lines from that story. Let's go. Sit here. I didn't try to remember them. They just stayed, like a gift. That's how the brain works. It remembers things that feel safe, things that come with emotion, not pressure. Your brain is not a machine. It's a garden. And every night, you choose what seeds to plant. If you plant kind words, clear English, soft music, it will grow slowly, day by day, word by word. You may not feel it right away, but it's happening inside. Just like you don't see a flower growing in the dark, but one day it blooms. That's why it's important to listen with trust. Don't ask your brain to do everything in one night. Let it take its time. Let it decide what to keep. You just have to give it the right food. Peaceful English, gentle tones, kind thoughts. Then close your eyes. Sleep. Let go. Your brain knows the rest.